everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here with my new Empowered Moments video for the week of Monday, September 18th through Sunday, September 24th, 2023. For this week's Empowered Moments video, we're going to be using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann for the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from an oracle deck I haven't used in any of these weekly or monthly readings, called the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. I decided to use this because this week we have the Sun moving into the relationship and partnership sign of Libra. So we'll see what messages we get about relationships and other areas of our lives from that deck a little bit later. Just a reminder that if you haven't already watched the monthly Empowered Moments video for the month of September, complete with the numerology vibration, astrological transits of significance, messages from our angels and guides, and a special message card depending on stone of choice for the month, please go onto my YouTube channel and watch that as well. So before we get into looking at our stones of choice for this week, let's go ahead and do an empowered moment. So if you'll close your eyes, take a deep breath, relax your body, clear your mind of all thoughts. Focus on balance and peace. Focus on being grounded in your true and authentic self. Visualizing golden white light all around you and breathing that golden white light in deeply into every cell of your body. This is the golden white light of protection and guidance, assistance and healing. And as you exhale, you're letting go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. Visualizing your grounding cord coming out of your root chakra, going down through the layers of Earth Mother Gaia and connecting to her crystalline heart chakra in the center of the earth. And breathing in through that grounding cord, Earth Mother Gaia's grounding, nurturing, healing energies. And exhaling them throughout your chakras and energy bodies. And this week, we do have the Sun, ruler of our personality, our ego, our confidence, our self-expression, and how we shine our light, moving into the sign of Libra. And Libra is going to be the lens through which we shine our light for the next month. Libra is about relationships and partnerships, compromise, balance, equality. So for the next month, we're going to be focused on these energies in all of our relationships: romantic, professional, family, friends. We're looking for that sense of balance and equality. We're looking for compromise and equal give and take. And thinking about all of your relationships where there may be an imbalance or an inequality. Any energies of power and control, any disempowerment. And as you focus on those relationships in your mind, let's call in the healers of the highest vibration of light to assist us in bringing healing and balancing to all of our relationships and to ourselves. Let's call in Archangel Raphael for healing of heart chakra wounds, relationship challenges or relationship dynamics that we hold within our psyche that need to be transmuted, released, and healed. Let's call in Archangel Chamuel to assist with all of our soulmate relationships, romantic, professional, family, and friends. Let's call in Archangel Raguel, the archangel that helps us with mediating when we have difficult conversations, situations, and circumstances. We ask that Archangel Gabriel also come in to help us with communication. We call in, ask, welcome, and thank these archangels for coming in to bring healing in various ways, guidance in various ways, assistance in various ways to all of our relationships as we move into the season of Libra. Let's take in a deep breath, breathing in that intention. As you exhale, and in your own time, when you're ready, you can open your eyes and return to this time and place and space, and get ready to look at your stones of choice for that special message card a little bit later. So our first stone of choice, these are special intention pendants. This is beautiful lepidolite, which is usually a nice lavender light reflective purple energy. You can see that as I kind of twist it around here. It's just that beautiful reflection. It's wrapped in silver and Reiki charged with the energy of the number 7, number of deep psychological connection to subconscious patterns and the healing of those patterns. The qualities of Pluto, planet of transformation, transition, transmutation of lower vibrational energies and thoughts. The energies of the element water for gentle flowing release and emotional healing. And the energies of Archangel Raphael, archangel of healing the emotional and physical bodies. Archangel Haniel, the archangel of intuitive, psychic, and healing abilities. And the energy of Saint Germain, the ascended master, who with his violet flame of light, just like this violet lepidolite pendant, helps us to transmute lower vibrational energies. All right, and pendant number 2 is this beautiful rhodonite, this pink rhodonite. This is wrapped in silver and Reiki infused with the vibration of the number 2, number of love, compassion, relationships. The energies of Cancer, sign of our loving connections with others and peaceful and balanced emotions. The opening and balancing of the heart chakra for self-love, love towards others, friendship, and romance. And it's infused with the energies of Archangel Raphael to heal old heart chakra wounds, and Archangel Chamuel to assist in attracting our soulmate and or healing of a current soulmate relationship. And then pendant number 3 is ruby zoisite, this beautiful green stone with little splashes of that red ruby in it. And this is Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 1, number of courage and strength, and Reiki infused with the vibration of the number 6 for growth and fertility. The energies of Neptune, planet of increased spiritual awareness and psychic abilities. The energies of the sign of Leo for joy, confidence, passion, and zest for life. The activation of the root chakra for stability and security, and the heart chakra for self-love and self-esteem. This has the energies of Archangel Raphael for emotional healing, and Archangel Michael for courage and forward movement on one's path. So again, your stones of choice for later are the beautiful lepidolite, the, rhodonite, and the ruby, zoisite. Okay, so let's put that aside. Let's talk about the astrology. I was going to say there's quite a bit going on. On Tuesday, the 19th of September, we have the sun still in Virgo at this point, and it's going to be opposing Neptune in Pisces. Now, the sun, again, is how we shine our light, our personality. Right now, in the beginning of the week, it's still in Virgo, the sign that's very service-oriented. They want to assist others, heal others, and it's also about work and health. Opposing Neptune, I'm going to say Neptune kind of usurps our energy, so we might feel a little bit more fatigued and tired at this time. Neptune is that ruler of the spiritual realm. So when you talk about service, the service of Virgo, it's heightened to a whole nother spiritual level when it's opposing Neptune. Becomes some very high spiritual service, helping the underdog, helping those that are less fortunate. What can we do for others? Now, our psychic abilities and our level of discernment can be increased at this time because Neptune rules the, psychic abilities and the healing abilities that we possess. Virgo, where the sun is, rules logic and analysis and discernment. So we're kind of marrying logic and intuition at this time as far as making decisions. Also on Tuesday the 19th, Mars, the warrior planet, the planet of energy, action, forward movement, is funneling his energies through the sign of Libra already. So again, Libra is about balance, harmony, partnerships, compromise, and everything that deals with that equality and balance in relationships. And Mars in Libra is going to be in an inconjunct, which is known as a difficult or challenging aspect, to Jupiter, the planet of abundance, prosperity, and blessings. Jupiter rules higher learning, expansion. It rules the big picture. And it currently is in grounded Taurus, which I don't think he's all that happy about because Jupiter likes to expand his energies into wide open spaces. But Taurus is an earth sign and it's very grounded and practical. So with this inconjunct between Mars and Libra and Jupiter and Taurus, I feel like there's definitely something going on with relationships where we have to adjust our mindset or adjust our perceptions or look at things from a different vantage point or a higher viewpoint when it comes to relationships. Now on the 20th of September, we've got the sun still in Virgo, is going to be connecting in a positive way by trine aspect to Pluto. Pluto is about death and rebirth, power, empowerment, disempowerment, power and control. It's about transmuting lower vibrational energies. It rules what's hidden underneath the surface. But this is a positive aspect. So I think our powers of discernment with the sun in Virgo can really be magnified. So really trust your instincts and trust what you're perceiving or getting. Even if you think it's on a logical level, it still has this kind of intuitive discernment thing going on with it as well. This is also us being empowered with the service that we're giving to others, empowered in our work ethic, empowered maybe even in our health. Maybe there's a transformation going on with our physical health and well-being with the sun trine Pluto. And then on Friday the 22nd, this is when the sun transitions into Libra. So for the next month until October 23rd, we have the sun shining its light through the lens of partnerships, relationships, equality, balance, harmony, even mutual support. To me, Libra is about that mutual support, mutual respect, compromising, giving and taking, and having that balanced kind of interaction with relationships. And this is all kinds of relationships. On Saturday the 23rd, and this happens very early in the morning Eastern time, so we're going to feel this on Friday the 22nd as well. But Venus, the planet of love and relationships, as well as the ruler of money and finances, she also rules values and our sense of self-value. She's still in Leo. She went into Leo, I believe it was June 5th. and stays in Leo until October 8th. And that's a very long time for Venus to be in a sign. And that was because she was in a retrograde motion not too long ago. Now on Saturday, she's going to be in a positive trine connection to Chiron, the wounded healer. So here we have Venus turning, she's already turned back to direct motion. She's already gone through her reevaluation of money, finances, relationships, partnerships, and her sense of self-value. Now she's doing the last leg of the journey of healing regarding these areas. So that's that trine to Chiron. Chiron brings up past life or this life, wounds within us, regarding our sense of confidence, independence, sense of self, because Chiron's in Aries, and Aries is the sign of the self. But we're able to maybe bring a little bit more healing or closure or completion to whatever the process was that we went through while Venus was retrograde. And in fact, Venus made 2 other connections to Chiron by trine while she's been in Leo. The first one was on June 29th. The second one was on August 14th. So if you can think back at all to what was going on in relationships or even in your finances during that time, you might have an idea of how we're kind of bringing closure to this energy, depending on what area of your life it was affecting you. On Sunday the 24th, we have Mars in Libra opposing Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries. So we still have this theme kind of going on of relationships, because Venus rules relationships. The Sun is now in Libra, is about relationships. Mars is funneling his energy and forward movement into relationships, but it's opposing Chiron. So again, we're interacting with others, because an opposition like that always plays out with other people in our lives. So again, it's maybe bringing up some old wounds that we're needing to sort out, that we're needing to figure out. And it has to do with self, where Chiron is, Aries, sign of self, versus others, versus the relationship, versus what the relationship needs. So in a nutshell, it's like my needs, wants, and desires, and the other person's needs, wants, and desires. How do we balance that out and create a harmony? Can we balance that out and create harmony? And then we end the week on Sunday the 24th, also with the Sun in Libra, and it's in an inconjunct, a difficult, challenging aspect to Saturn, ruler of karmic lessons, the karmic teacher of lessons, who is retrograde in Pisces right now. So Saturn retrograde, it's having us kind of go within and try to understand, internalize, comprehend what our wounds, our karmic wounds are regarding our inner sense of authority, regarding, well, it's in Pisces, so we're talking about, the higher spiritual lessons. We're talking about lessons regarding surrender. Pisces is about faith and trust and surrender. And Saturn is saying, you know what, maybe we just need to have patience and trust and have faith in divine timing and in the divine unfolding of certain events and situations. Maybe you've been working towards something for a while. You've been trying to, maybe manifest or materialize something. But Saturn retrograde in Pisces says you have to have patience, because that's Saturn. And it's all about divine timing, or trust in divine timing, because that's Pisces. So in this case, it's with the Sun in Libra. So this might have something to do again with the balance, harmony, compromise, equality of relationships, or the lack thereof, and what Saturn is trying to teach us regarding, again, taking responsibility, because Saturn rules responsibility, and to own our inner sense of authority, because he's the authority, for ourselves and what we need to do. So that rounds out the astrology for the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. So the first card here, if we turn it over, is the 9 of Wands. Now, the number 9 in numerology is the last of the single digits. So here in the tarot, we're getting to the end of something. We're nearing completion of something. But in the tarot, we do have 10 for minor arcana, right? We have the ace, which is like a 1, all the way up through the 10, which is like the very last and the completion. So the 9, we're very close. We're very close to getting something, accomplishing something, being having awareness of something that maybe we've been working on, or maybe we need to change, whatever it might be. You can see that this person is just kind of at a standstill, has this kind of barrier in front of her with the wands. She's holding one of the wands sort of as a staff with a flame on the end of it. So she's kind of digging in her heels. She's taking a stand. It's like taking the last stand. This is like, don't give up and don't throw in the towel. You're almost there. You know, when we go through up until the Nine of Wands, we have been through a lot of challenges that we've pushed through. And this is the spiritual realm, by the way. So a lot of spiritual challenges. And we might feel like just surrendering and giving up. It's been hard. We feel tired and fatigued. This is saying don't give up. You're almost at the end. You're almost at the end of whatever the lesson is. You're almost at the end of whatever the circumstance or situation might be. You know, we're at the end of the learning process, so to speak. So defend your ground, defend the ground that you've been through, basically, right? Don't let anybody cross your barrier here, your boundaries. Don't let somebody infiltrate, I guess is a good word, right? Your boundaries. And stand firm, though. Stand firm in your truth. Stand strong. Keep your confidence. Keep your faith. You're, again, near the end of some sort of journey, whether it's been an external situational thing or whether this is an internal process that you're going through. Let's look at the second card. Okay, the second card is the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is often about a shift in circumstances. There's some like a shift in the karmic wheel that's happening here. And it's interesting that we've got a wheel upon a wheel upon a wheel and upon a wheel, and then this person is standing on one foot and trying to balance herself. And isn't it interesting that on Friday we've got the sun moving into Libra, sign of balance. So this to me is maybe the shift into that new energy. We're now leaving the Virgo energy behind. And, you know, within that Virgo time period, we had that full moon in Pisces, which brought in a big closure, releasing, letting go cycle. We had a new moon in Virgo. So we were starting to think differently, perceive differently. Now we're shifting into this new Libra energy where we need to find our inner balance and inner harmony. And this is also... I'm trying to see what's on her shirt here. At first I thought it was like a heart, but I don't think it is. But the first inclination was to say this is about the heart and the healing of the heart chakra and heart wounds and relationship dynamics, where we want things to be equal and balanced, like Libra likes, right? So again, view your relationships and see where are things out of balance. And what does Libra like to do? It's an air sign, so they like to communicate. So let's be authentic and truthful and honest in a nice, beautiful, peaceful way like Libra likes to do. And let's have conversations with those people in our lives that we have relationship with where things seem to be not quite equal, not quite in balance, or not quite empowering. Maybe we're empowering others, but they're not empowering us. So here's a shift here. And this could also be just about the shift in your own healing process, a shift from maybe feeling like you want to give up to feeling a new sense of balance and confidence in yourself, to where, you know what, I am ready to move forward. You know, I have gone through this huge healing, releasing, transmuting of old energies, and now I'm feeling like I can regain my sense of balance and move forward. So that could be the shift. There could be a shift in circumstances or situations. There could be a shift in relationships, relationship dynamics. So everybody's an individual. Your chart is unique. You know, your astrology chart is unique. So it could vary from person to person. But let's go ahead and take a look at the last card. And actually, the last card came out as 2 cards. Let's see what those cards are. All right, let's turn over this one, and we got another Major Arcana, and yes, it's the Lovers, Major Arcana 6. So here we go with the relationships and partnerships. Now, the Lovers card is also about choices. You know, the traditional meaning of the Lovers card is also about having more than one choice at our, what do I want to say, before us. Like we could take, and this could be about relationships, but it could also be about different situations and circumstances where I could choose this path or that path. And I need to make some choices here. I want to stay in a balanced place, because even the number 6 in numerology, it's like the 6-pointed Star of David. So it's like an upward pointing triangle interconnected or intersected with a downward pointing triangle, so that there's 6 points on it, which is like the Star of David, or like the Merkaba from a spiritual standpoint. And we want to attain a balance. Now, if you look closely at this particular picture, although it looks wonderfully passionate and sexy, the masculine energy is slightly above the feminine energy here. So we could also, for some of you, maybe read into this that, again, the relationship is out of balance. You're not standing on equal footing. There's not a sense of equality here. Okay, and now that this doesn't mean it's necessarily for everyone, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's only about romantic relationships. So this could be other types of relationships where there's some sort of hierarchy thing going on, and therefore it doesn't feel like there's an equal and balanced flow of supportive energies between you and the other person. And there may be some choices that you have to make regarding that whole idea of that energy that's going on. Let's look at the card that came out with this, though, and see if we can gain some further information. Okay, so this is the 3 of Swords. You can see there is a big heart here with kind of some swords piercing the heart. Actually, it's kind of sliced the heart in a couple of places. And yes, this traditionally can be a challenging card in the tarot. It's usually about emotional heartache, emotional wounds. And whether that be on a present level, a past level, or even a past life level, we're dealing with some sort of emotional heartache here, okay? Something where we've been hurt, we've been challenged, we've been wounded in some way. And this could be wounded in our capacity to open up to love again. This could be wounded from a current relationship where things are out of balance a little bit and doesn't seem equal. That doesn't mean that it can't be righted, in a sense, that we can't like shift the card here and then all of a sudden we have balance in the relationship. It's going to take communication, it's going to take awareness, it's going to take both parties working on whatever these wounds are all about. Now, the number 3 in numerology also rules the mental realm, which is our perceptions and our belief systems. So some of this feeling of woundedness might be how we're perceiving something, and it might be over a long period of time, again, these belief systems that are now faulty, that might be regarding ourselves. Like, I'm not good enough, I'm not perfect enough, nobody will ever love me, or, whatever it might be. And again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship situation. This could be a work or career situation. I'm never going to make it to the top, I'm never going to be promoted, I'm never going to make more money because I'm not good enough, So it can go in different scenarios of relationships here. But I'd say that we're here to not give up. We're kind of at the last leg of something here, and there's going to be a shift in dynamics, or a shift within ourselves. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a shift in the relationship or the situation, but there's definitely a shift in you where you become more balanced and have more clarity, perhaps. And then we know that there's something going on with relationships, that there's a lot of old wounds that need to be healed so that we can feel like we're on equal footing with the relationships in our lives. And a big part of that is that Venus trine Chiron that happens this week, and that happened in June, and that happened in August, to where we're learning to value ourselves. We're healing this sense of not valuing ourselves or not feeling worthy and deserving of X, Y, or Z. You are worthy and deserving of anything and everything that you desire. Peace, love, harmony, compromise, equality, whatever it might be. And you need to learn and heal that sense of not valuing yourself. Turn it into a value of self so that you can feel on an even keel with other people in your life, that you can attract relationships that will treat you equally. So you have to feel that in here before it kind of emanates out there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the special message card depending on the stone of choice. So the first pendant of choice was the lepidolite pendant. So let's see what happens here when we use this relationship deck. I like to call it one of my relationship decks when I do a relationship reading. So lepidolite people, what is their message? What is their focus for the week, or even their focus as we move into Libra season? Lepidolite people. Okay, this one's calling my attention. It's kind of in the middle. And we've got fantasy. Okay, it says dreams, fairy tale, imagination. So this can be taken two ways. Either we're in this kind of illusionary fantasy mode where we're seeing through rose-colored glasses, and we're seeing what we desire as like the fairy tale, the knight on the white horse, etc., coming into our lives. Now, know that I don't think the fairy tale relationship is a bad thing, or having that desire. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think wearing rose-colored glasses is always necessarily a bad thing. But this is kind of saying that we might need to take off some rose-colored glasses to see clarity, see truth, see reality for what it is. Now, also, dreams, imagination. Maybe we are here to visualize, to see in our mind's eye, to meditate on, visualize the type of relationship, the type of circumstance, situation, if it's another area of your life, that you desire, right? See the fantasy, right? In your mind's eye, when you create something with your imagination, it's, in a sense, it's almost like fantasy, but is it really? The subconscious doesn't know the difference between what you're dreaming up, what you're fantasizing about, what you're imagining, what you're focused on in meditation. It doesn't know the difference between that and reality. So when you do create in your mind and see the fantasy of what it is you want in your mind, it's actually the first step to the manifestation process. Then you can take some little action steps to move forward to make that, more of a reality. We almost do have like a knight on a horse back here, and this beautiful kind of sunset going on, the beautiful colors coming through the clouds. So it's like the dark clouds are parting. Now we have this confident, bold, yellow solar plexus energy. We have this creative, passionate, orange sacral chakra energy. And we have the knight on the horse, where we're galloping towards our dreams. We're galloping towards what it is that we're imagining for ourselves. So again, two ways to look at that, and maybe both things are true for you. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at is it rhodonite? Yes. The rhodonite people. Special message for rhodonite people. Special message for rhodonite people. The one on the bottom keeps calling to me, and I don't know what it is, but we're going to take it. Masculine energy. All right, so we need to focus on the masculine energy. I look at that and it's like maybe the masculine energy in your life is just blowing smoke. Maybe they're just, they're communicating, but that communication has no depth to it. It has no, real meaning to it. We're maybe needing more, wanting more. It's interesting that this card is kind of in the shadows, right? So we're talking about the shadow of the masculine energy. Which can be power and control, which can be aggressiveness, which can be domination, or, feeling like they're above, like the Lover's card that we showed earlier. So we're looking at the shadow energies of the masculine. And we also, all the women out there, we have masculine energy within us too. So this might also pertain to our own shadow of our own masculine energy, which instead of confidence can be overconfidence, instead of assertiveness can be aggressiveness, and so on and so on. So you might want to look at that as well. I feel like we need like maybe a clarification card, and actually the other card that was sticking out here was in the middle of the deck, so I'm going to pull that out. Whoops, I guess I'm not, because 3 cards came out. All right, so we don't want 3 cards. Give us like a little clarification on masculine energy. Anything else we need to know about that? This one. Confessions, okay? And that's in the shadows too. This is a dark card too. And it says unexpected message, unveiling, or justification. So the masculine energy might be trying to justify, their stance. Maybe there's some brainwashing going on. Maybe there's some manipulation going on. Maybe there's some gaslighting going on. This is also confessions, so maybe they're going to come back after whatever shadow energy this is about, and they're going to give you this unexpected message, this communication. They're going to maybe give some sort of forgiveness confession, unveil an aspect of themselves where they've been, hurt in some way. Maybe they're going to be real, I don't know. To me, that's kind of what confession is. And we do have this little light shining this light down upon the shadows. So this to me would signify that maybe there's hope, but again, there needs to be raw truth on both sides. Like you need to be open, honest, and authentic and speak your truth. And they need to be willing to be authentic as well. And they need to be able to see and have awareness of their own stuff, or you need to be aware of your own stuff. There needs to be some sort of truth confession, and speaking authentically about whatever this stuff is all about. So again, whether that be you and your own masculine side, or whether that be another person in your life, there needs to be some open, honest stuff going on. Okay. All right. And then the last card was for the Ruby Zoisite people. Message for Ruby Zoisite people. Okay, this one's calling my attention here in the middle. Clinging. I got my cameras kind of out of whack here. Let's see if I can move it. All right, there we go. Clinging. It says holding on, obsessing, and watching. Okay, so, this can be, again, that lack of valuing yourself, lack of confidence, lack of your inner strength, right? To me, it's like that woundedness of the Three of Swords. It's like we've been wounded. Maybe it's past life stuff as well. But now we just don't feel, ourselves anymore. We don't feel confident. We feel a little codependent maybe. Maybe we're clinging to the past, or maybe we're clinging to a person, even though we might know that it's not a good situation for us, that we have a hard time, releasing it to open up to something new, for lack of trust, lack of faith, lack of valuing ourselves, lack of faith in ourselves. Might be holding on to something that is no longer beneficial for you, or that is no longer in alignment for your soul's truth and where you need to go next. So, somebody could be watching you, somebody could be stalking you in a sense, in a way, overly obsessing on every little thing that you do, or, just kind of watching your every move. This is saying to me that, we need to find that sense of self-worth and self-value within. It's time to think about what is it that you're really letting go, and whether it's letting go of a situation or a relationship, or whether you're just letting go of old dynamics, patterns, belief systems, ways of thinking about yourself or perceiving yourself. That could be what you're letting go of. And again, maybe it's not about necessarily having to let go of a situation or relationship. If the other person is doing their work and you're doing your work to clear some of this energy, and you're both aware and you're both wanting to heal the relationship and heal yourselves, this doesn't mean we have to let go of something, except for, again, old patterns and belief systems. But again, everybody's individual. Every situation with you all out there might be different. So, there is a possibility that letting go of something, a situation, is going to be in your highest and best interest. and is going to allow you a whole new bright, colorful slate, as this too is kind of this gray, dark cloud of energy, you know. And, you know, coming out of the Virgo season, and I'm not at all suggesting that Virgo is a negative sign, but Virgo really sometimes gets in their head and gets this perfectionistic energy going on, or I'm not good enough energy. Now we're moving out of that into Libra. Now we're needing to find our balance again. We're needing to find our vitality and energy and confidence and courage and positive appreciation for self and sense of self. So I hope everyone has gotten something beneficial out of this reading. I send you all lots of love and light and many, many blessings until we meet again for next week. And I think we're getting close to a new month video as well for October coming up. So sending lots of love and light, everybody. Namaste.